In this video, we're going to discuss how to copy a code to a new code. For that, you just need to pick an existing code that is closest to the one that you're about to code. I'm using this code number 4680 as an example, which is an enclosure assembly. It has three subcomponents: enclosure weldment, a door, and a back panel. So in all, you need four part numbers. Usually when you're coding an assembly, customer drawings will have these numbers. They could be different, they could be alphanumeric or all numbers or all alphabets. Either way, if you have the customer part numbers provided to you, we have to use those on the new code. But if you're only told that, hey, make me an enclosure similar to this, then we may have to go to our engineering and get these four new part numbers. So I'm assuming, especially here, because I'm doing a demo, I'm assuming that I don't have anything from the customer. I'm making a similar enclosure to 1008145. So I'm going to go to our part number supermarket and pull four numbers. So for that, I just want to show you where I go to get that information. So here is the path. It is in the X drive fabrication engineering, and there is a folder called part number supermarket, and here is the file part number supermarket XLS. It's an Excel file. So when you double click on that file, you'll see this library of part numbers. So here you would pull in four numbers. I'm going to take 1008474, 7576, and 77. And here you're expected to fill in the descriptions. Let's say this, I'm going to call it enclosure assembly. And then this could be, the next one is weldment. You have to be a little more detailed so you can find it later. And I'm going to call this a door. And then this one, I'm going to call it a back panel. And you would put your names here, and then the customer and the date you are pulling it. So by doing this, you are blocking those four numbers for the future. When it becomes a job, we already know what these are, and the design team can go ahead and use those. Or if you're not comfortable, just ask engineering to get you the part numbers and they can give you those. So anyway, I'm not going to save this because I'm doing all this in sandbox, so nothing is going to be recorded in the production system. So 8474, 7576, and 77, those are the numbers. Before you copy an existing code, you need these numbers handy. Now I'm going to go back to MIE Trak. Here, this is the code that I'm going to copy, and you don't click on the copy button right here. You would click on the drop down menu and click this copy code only, and this window pops up. If you simply click OK here, it will just create a duplicate code, leaving everything the same. So we don't want that here. So I'm going to click on the search class, and if you are coding it for the first time, usually the item doesn't exist in our library, so you would click on the plus sign, and in my case 8474 is the part number, which is the top level part number. I'm calling this enclosure assembly, and you would pick the customer you're coding it to, and let's say I'm coding this to command, and here it's going to be sheet metal, Atlantic Metal Works. So by default it's standard, so everything else can stay the same. And I'm going to click save, and of course a revision. Usually our number starts with rev A, so I'm click save. Now it's for okay. You can see that now it's copying this code to a new number 1008474, and you have to remember to click this checkbox, otherwise it's going to keep the components the same exact numbers that you already have in your previous code. So I'm going to click this, which will allow me to add new numbers for those door, back panel, and weldment part numbers. You can see now it's asking me to provide a new part number. I'm going to do 1008475, which is my enclosure weldment part number, and 1008476, 1008477, and then you can do your description more like weldment, and this one is a door. You can be more detailed just so it will help you later. Back panel, and click save. Now it created a brand new code with brand new part numbers or subcomponents, but keeping all the hardware or bill of materials the same, and now you have a template with all new numbers ready for you to tweak, and you can swap things out or make changes. So the key is to find an existing code that is very similar to the one that you're coding, or in some cases if you can find something that's close enough, then you can copy it and then kind of build on it. Let's say this one new one has 2 doors, so you simply go in and add another component right here. So, and now you can either remove this McMaster part number, add or change times based on the size of the enclosure, and simply you will just add quantity breakdown based on the customer requirements. So that's it. Thank you.